Rosie Perez has often spoken about the pivotal moments in her career that shifted everything for her, and one of the most significant came from an unexpected source: the kindness and advocacy of actress Jennifer Grey. Perez, now in her early 60s, has built a respected body of work across film, television, and activism, but her path was not always smooth or straightforward. Coming from a Brooklyn background, she faced the harsh realities of the entertainment industry, particularly as a woman of color with a distinct accent, appearance, and energy that didn't always fit the narrow molds agents and casting directors tried to impose. Early in her professional journey, Perez encountered resistance from representatives who suggested major changes to her identity in order to become more marketable. One agent reportedly advised her to alter her accent, reshape her nose, change her hair color, and essentially transform herself into someone she was not. Rather than complying, Perez made a decisive stand. She looked the agent in the eye and declared that their services were no longer needed. She walked out without hesitation, choosing authenticity over compromise. This moment of self-assertion was empowering, but it also left her without representation at a critical time. Feeling disillusioned, she considered stepping away from acting altogether. She returned to her studies, enrolling in biochemistry courses at Los Angeles City College with an eye toward becoming a marine biologist, a complete pivot from the world of performance. Yet fate had other plans. While pursuing her education, Perez received an opportunity that would pull her back into the spotlight: a role in Spike Lee's groundbreaking 1989 film Do the Right Thing. Her performance as Tina in the movie resonated widely, showcasing her natural charisma, emotional depth, and unfiltered Brooklyn spirit. The film became a cultural touchstone, addressing racial tensions and urban life with unflinching honesty, and Perez's contribution stood out. Despite the acclaim, the industry doors did not swing open as widely as one might expect. For 2 long years afterward, she struggled to land meaningful roles. The success of Do the Right Thing did not translate into immediate opportunities, partly due to the biases she had already encountered, biases against women who looked and sounded like her. During this challenging period, Perez continued auditioning independently, without the support of an agent or manager. She spotted an advertisement in Backstage magazine for a role in the 1990 TV movie Criminal Justice. Determined to keep pushing forward, she auditioned and secured the part. This project brought her into contact with a talented ensemble cast that included Forest Whitaker, Anthony LaPaglia, Tony Todd, and notably Jennifer Grey. Grey, already well known for her roles in films like Ferris Bueller's Day Off and especially Dirty Dancing, where she had captured hearts as the earnest and spirited baby, proved to be far more than just a co-star. From the moment they met on set, Perez and Grey connected deeply. There was an instant mutual respect and warmth between them. Grey came across as genuine, approachable, and kind-hearted, a sweetheart, as Perez would later describe her. During one conversation in Grey's hotel room, the topic turned to representation. Grey casually asked who Perez's agent was. When Perez explained that she had none, Grey followed up about a manager or publicist. Perez laughed and admitted she had nothing: no team, no support structure. Grey was genuinely surprised and pressed further. Perez opened up about her experiences, recounting the agent's demands to change fundamental aspects of herself and her decision to fire them rather than conform. Hearing this story moved Grey to action. Without hesitation, she picked up the phone and called Creative Artists Agency (CAA), one of the most powerful talent agencies in Hollywood. She spoke directly and firmly, insisting that they needed to sign Perez immediately. That single phone call became a turning point. Suddenly, Perez found herself represented by a top-tier agency. Opportunities that had been closed off began to open. She was viewed in a new light, not as someone who needed to change, but as a talented performer worthy of serious consideration. Perez has reflected on this moment repeatedly over the years, emphasizing how it altered the trajectory of her entire career. In conversations since then, including at events like Variety's Power of Women gathering in New York in 2023, Perez has elaborated on the depth of that encounter. She and Grey clicked right away on the set of Criminal Justice. When Grey asked why Perez hadn't worked much since Do the Right Thing, Perez was candid. The industry made it difficult for women who looked and sounded like her to find consistent work. Grey's response wasn't pity or empty sympathy, it was proactive support. By leveraging her own industry connections and influence, Grey helped level the playing field for Perez. The representation that followed allowed Perez to be seen differently, to audition for roles that matched her abilities, and to build a sustainable career. Perez has always credited Grey with this life-altering intervention. It wasn't just about getting an agent, it was about validation from someone who understood the business and chose to use her position to uplift another woman facing barriers. This act of solidarity highlighted the importance of advocacy within the industry, especially for underrepresented voices. For Perez, it reinforced the value of staying true to oneself while also showing how one person's encouragement can create ripple effects that last decades.